Hi, my name is Eric Ryden, certified sommelier and owner of Triage on the Upper East Side. Today we're going to be talking about Tempranillo, or Tempranillo, as they say in Argentina. Not really sure why I just said that. Tempranillo is the world's third most widely planted grape behind Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. What's really insane about that number is that nearly 90% of the world's plantings for Tempranillo are actually found in Spain, making it so ubiquitous there that I think it's very comparable to something like, let's say, coffee in the United States, where we're engaging with that so regularly, so every day, and from massive quality ranges, from inexpensive instant coffees to super high-end expensive gourmet coffees. Well, I think something very similar could be said about Tempranillo in Spain. It's a stand-in for every €2 glass of wine you're going to find at a cafe and restaurant, but it's also responsible for some of the country's most expensive and laudable wines. So if we're going to compare coffee to Tempranillo, then I think this guy right here is maybe something like espresso. Not because it's super intense, will give you the runs and keep you up all night, but more because I think it's the purest expression of what this grape is all about. Think about espresso, it's very in the raw, really intense. It's really just about the flavors that you're tasting from the actual coffee beans. However, when you make something like a latte and you're adding, let's say, sugar or cream or milk or steamed milk, something like that, ultimately you're going to alter the flavor. Well, Tempranillo is very much the same way that when we take that grape and we age it in something like oak barrels, for instance, we're ultimately going to alter the flavor in very much the same way. So this particular Tempranillo is actually fermented in stainless steel, which helps preserve our fruit flavors. We're actually not adding much, but really just driving those fruit flavors forward. And then it's aged in concrete, which does very much the same thing. It's all about maintenance of flavors. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy, shall we? Really happy this is a screw cap because I messed this up pretty badly last time when I opened up that older bottle of Bordeaux. But I don't know, we're not going to talk about that right now. All right, so let's give this a taste. All right, so wow, it smells amazing. All right, so a lot of like blueberry, plum, maybe even like acai berry. I'm not even sure what acai berry tastes like. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. And then maybe even like a little bit of this like spice, maybe like black pepper sort of situation. But oh man, this is tasty. And really, even though there is some spawn, it's just so much fruit. And at the end of the day, all of that fruit is really driven forward by stainless steel. When you have a wine that's aged in oak, you tend to taste a lot of oak. When you have wines that are fermented and aged in stainless steel, it's all about preserving the fruit and driving it forward. And I think maybe the best comparison to that is something like when you have coffee and you add milk or you add sugar, you're adding flavor. And it's very similar to adding oak to wine because you're adding a tremendous amount of flavor. So here, it's really like just like black coffee, right? We just get the flavor of your initial ingredient, in this case, obviously our grape, Tempranillo, and you're really able to kind of like get to know this grape a little bit better. What does Tempranillo taste like? Well, Tempranillo has beautiful blue fruit flavors like blueberry, plum, and whatever the fuck acai berry tastes like. So the particular Tempranillo we've been talking about and tasting is Rialse. This one comes to us from central Spain, near Madrid, an area called Castilla-La Mancha. This area is known more or less for kind of like bulk wine production, something like those €2 glasses that we talked about earlier. This one, however, is actually brought to us by an American who went to Cornell's restaurant and hospitality program, traveled to Spain, found some winemakers that really kind of share his same ethos of good, clean, organic wine. And then this, of course, is the result. But really, we want to hear from you all. What do you think? Leave us a comment, send us a message, and let us know if you have any suggestions for any upcoming classes that you'd like to see from us here at Legrand Triage. And then, of course, we will see you guys next week. Sorry, not next week. Wednesday. Time has no meaning in the quarantine. But we'll see you all on Wednesday when we talk about Trinity Hills Sauvignon Blanc. Until then, cheers, stay safe, and stay home.